The youthful Chicago Bulls face off against the capable Indiana Pacers. Two division rivals ready to go.
Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan and Clark Kellogg along with... Cheryl Miller here to bring... the NBA on 2K Sports. We are in Indiana for some Pacers basketball. This hometown crowd ready to go. This is a look now at the T-Mobile starting lineups. Now Dunleavy, Salmon's covering. Down low. On defense, Indiana. To Dang. Here's Dang. Scores the opening field goal.
Nice bucket there. He isn't naturally quick, but he's deceptive. He kept the defense off balance and then took it to the rack.
Murphy fades back. That's good.
The defense was slow to set up there and as a result got burned.
Now the Bulls with it. The alley-oop. Turnover by the Bulls.
That was an ugly possession. They were out of sync completely and the ball just sailed out of bounds.
And Indiana has possession. Here's Granger. Lays it right in.
That's a strong finish inside. That's where you want to work your magic, Kevin.
On defense, Indiana. Noah. And here is Thomas. Flushes it in.
When he gets it that close, forget about it. It's all over.
And it's the Pacers' ball. Great anticipation.
Outstanding jump on the ball, Kevin.
Rose with the ball. Granger covering. Here's Salmons. Trains it from just inside the three-point line.
Well, he knocked that one down, but it wasn't the best shot selection. With so much time left on the clock, you ought to work it around and look for a better shot.
Granger backs in. Perimeter. Hansbrough. He's guarded by Thomas. Baseline jumper. That's good. Rose with the ball. Rose backs him down. Dang. And that one's good. And here is 4. 2:07 left in the first. Fires the three. And Luol Deng pulls it down.
Tough break there, Kev. He found an opening on the floor and got a nice clear look. Just didn't convert.
Here's Rose. And it's no good. Poor shot selection there, to say the least. Back, high post. To Hibbert. In close. Salmons grabs the miss. Chicago leading. Salmons. Salmons is called for charging, and that's his first foul of the game.
Boy, he played that one beautifully. Textbook. Saw where the ball handler was headed, got there first, and set his feet. Outstanding defensive play.
Indiana trailing here. And here is four. Stolen by the Bulls.
Not enough room for that pass to be made.
Here's Rose. Buries the short-range jumper. And here we go with Danny Granger. Hansbrough sinks it from the high post.
Great pick there. The defender was stopped in his track, and it freed up the easy basket.
And it'll go the other way. The Bulls turn it over.
He tried to shoehorn along the sideline, but he stepped out of bounds. Pretty good defense there to force the turnover.
And here is four. Dunleavy was out of bounds there. That will cost them possession. Rose with the ball. Here's Rose. Got a piece of it. Great play by Hansbrough. Here's Dunleavy. Does not get the go-ahead bucket. Here comes Rose. Almost a three-point opportunity. Instead, he'll go to the line for two.
Not a bad foul there, Kevin. You don't want him to get the easy layup.
He can't get the first. Some adjustments here for the Bulls. He's off on the second. And here we go with Danny Granger. Left wing. Can't get the buzzer beater. The Bulls with the slight lead.
Well, Kevin, what can you say? They played terrific offensively. If I had to point out an area for improvement, it would be on the offensive glass. They need somebody to get in there, mix it up, and come away with a few extra possessions.
We're at the end of one, and it's close. The score, 10-8. Here comes Kirk Heinrich. Here's Miller. He's against Hibbert. Miller. No good. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. Here's Dunleavy.
Now that's a statement dunk right there, Kevin. Clear the runway for your own protection.
Thomas backs down. Here's Salmons. A missed three.
The little man made the big rebound. What a play.
The Pacers were the last to touch it. Now here's Heinrich. To Miller. He's against Hibbert. To Pargo. They couldn't beat the buzzer. That's a turnover. We'll see a new set here for the Bulls. And here is four. Granger with the ball. He's covered by Deng. Stolen away.
Again, another turnover for him. He needs to do a better job of knowing where the defense is.
And here is four. About 3.5 minutes left in the half. Granger from short range. You're talking about his turnovers. That's 2 this quarter.
Yeah, and that's a lot, Kevin. He's handling the ball, and he's just being a little careless with it. He has to be aware of where the defense is and then do a good job of trying to keep his body between the ball and the defender so he's not turning it over as much. That was a judgment call. He took a quick shot there, but I thought it was a pretty good look.
Hansbrough gets the whistle for blocking, and that's foul number 2 for him.
Fouled him to prevent the easy basket. He'll have to earn it at the line.
Some changes there for the Pacers. Now here's Heinrich. Here's Pargo. Can't get it to fall from downtown. So it's Indiana now. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Granger. He's covered by Dang. Here's Granger. Shot, no good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. 2:17 left in the second. Noah. Off right iron.
Hansbrough with a great defensive sequence. Forces the miss and cleans the glass to finish it off.
Here's Heinrich. Can't finish the one-handed jam.
Oh, that jam would have been something else. Key words being would have.
Here's Hansbrough. Flushes it with the one-handed jam. He has 6.
He's not a sensational dunker, but he flushed that one just to make sure.
Here's Dang. Granger covering. Tosses it up. So it's Indiana now. Trailing by 2. Hansbrough covered by Miller. And it's Dang with the rebound.
Ill-advised dunk attempt there. He aimed for the highlight reel and ended up on the blooper reel.
Dang. It's in for 3.
You can see that they're not worried about being conservative here. I mean, they're going after it. They're looking to shoot shots from behind the arc, taking more here than they did in the first quarter, and trying to put this team away. Excellent anticipation there, Kev. He placed that pass perfect.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Pacers. Rose is in at the point. Rose with the ball. Five on the shot clock. Here's Pargo. Hits the tray. He's got 5.
Beautiful delivery with the bounce pass. He kept it away from the defense, which set up the shot perfect.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Hansbrough backs in. Leads him with the pass. Hibbert hits the bucket.
Nice feed. That's the way to keep the ball moving.
Chicago leading.
They'd be smart to hold it now for the last shot.
Here's Rose. Hibbert gets the board inside.
Both teams really matching up well on the board. We've got ourselves a pretty good game here, Kevin.
Granger gently drops it in. Here comes Rose. And I agree, not only matching up off the glass, but in scoring as well.
Yeah, and sometimes it really comes down to maybe 3 or 4 possessions, a couple of consecutive second chance opportunities, maybe a couple of stops. That ends up perhaps making the difference, Kevin. Well, that was a closely contested first half.
Yeah, if the game keeps up like this, it could be a nail bite. The clock runs out and we're heading to halftime. The score, 20-18. And now the T-Mobile halftime report. Let's have a look at the team stats from the first half. Both teams have been really sloppy with the ball.
Yeah, way too many turnovers, Kevin. They need to calm down, relax, take care of the ball, and make better decisions in the second half.
Start of the third quarter here. We've got a close one for you. Glad you could join us as we get underway. Rose with the ball. Blocked, but they get it back. Noah the screen. Off the pick. Cannot hit. And Indiana will go the other way with it.
Kevin, he doesn't miss those layups often. Interior D made him think about that one.
The handoff to Hibbert. For the lead. Noah snatches it inside. And here are the Bulls now. A 2-point game. It's blocked. The Pacers get the denial, and it's still a 2-point game. Tipped. And it's the Bulls with the ball. The lead is 2. Here's Rose. Drops in the breakaway layup.
Well, that's a start. They get one to go down finally, but now they need to build on it to keep the momentum going. Too easy. Far too easy.
Cheryl Miller met with Jim O'Brien earlier. Cheryl, what do you have?
Hey, Kev, he had this to say. Turnovers, turnovers, turnovers. If you can't keep the ball, it's hard to score points. Now back to our play-by-play analysis. Kev?
Thank you, Cheryl. Here's Thomas. Kept alive. Noah tries to lay it in, but it doesn't go.
Well, he doesn't have the softest touch. And with the D right in his face, that made all the difference. Kevin, that's the kind of shot you want. You can't ask for better execution on offense, but sometimes they just don't fall.
Here's Dang. Trains it for 3. 12 points for him.
Well, the D will live with that one. That's really not his range. So even though he bagged the 3, I figure they'll still let him shoot those.
Rose with the ball. Just over 3 minutes left in the third. Rose with the charge, and that's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Indiana is just getting everything they want inside.
Points in the paint have been the story so far, and I don't think it's going to change unless this team starts defending with physicality, bodying up without fouls. Hey, my man, a word to the wise. There is a reason you're that open. Leave that shot alone.
Here's Dang. Shot is off, and Indiana will go the other way with it. Dumps it off. Hansbrough. Connects. 10 points for him. Rose with the ball. Noah the screen. To Rose. On the shot clock. Here's Dang. Count it, and the foul. That one is on Rush.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Miller is in at center. No good, and they don't get the 3-point play. Indiana trailing here. Rush is called for the charge. And that's his second foul of the game.
That's his second first team foul.
The Bulls still holding on to a small lead.
It's anyone's game right now, partner. Every possession is critical.
Here's Rose. Gets in close. Finishes with the soft touch. He has 6. On offense, here are the Pacers. Trailing by 5. Hansbrough. Derrick Rose grabs the miss.
The D served it up on the platter, and he still wasn't able to convert. He's got to be disappointed.
Here's Thomas. Oh, barely misses the shot, but he'll go to the line for 2.
Contact certainly altered that shot. The official was right on top of it.
Can't sink the first. Some adjustments here for the Bulls. He misses them both. And here we go with Danny Granger. Here's Hibbert. Dunks it down with one hand.
What is the defense doing letting him get easy dunk? They need to stay on their toes.
On the perimeter. Hargo to the baseline. Here's Miller from close range. No good. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way.
Great opportunity to go 2 for 1 here. They want to take full advantage of the time remaining.
Watson. The rebound by Johnson.
If the shot's not within your range, don't take it. That's very simple.
Got a piece of it.
When someone's being that careless and sloppy with the ball,
Chicago leading. To Heinrich. To the elbow. Thomas backs him down. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. It's 29-28. Luol Deng has played well. 14 points and 5 rebounds.
yeah, not flashy numbers, but his presence has definitely been felt out there. It's the little things, Kevin. He's getting them done.
The fourth quarter about to get started here in what's been an entertaining game. Granger with the ball. He's covered by Deng. Indiana turns it over. We'll go the other way.
Sometimes you just don't connect. They can't dwell on it. They've got to move on and just D up and get it back.
Rose with the ball. 6 points for him.
Looked like a good call from here where I sit. Definitely some contact on that shot.
He can't get the first. He's off on the second. And here we go with Danny Granger. He's got 6 to the elbow. To Dunleavy. Granger. Salmon's covering to Hansbrough. Nails the baby hook. They're up 30-29.
I'll tell you what, poor defense can make an offensive player look unstoppable.
Here's Rose. Hibbert with the rejection, and it's still a 1-point game. Hansbrough. He's guarded by Thomas. Rips it down with one hand.
Wow, I think he shocked him there, Kevin. Not the guy you expect to hurt you in the post.
Right wing. Here's Deng. Noah shuts it down.
That was not good shot selection. You need to be patient, move the ball, move the defense, and find someone for an open shot.
Kept alive. Hansbrough misses it again. Here's Deng. The shot misses. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way. Here's Hansbrough. Dunks it down with one hand. Good for the three-point play. Rose with the ball. 6 points for him. Picked off by Granger. The dump off to Granger. Granger down low. On the money. They now have 9 unanswered.
Well, he's lighting it up, and that surprises no one. This guy is just a dynamite scorer.
Dang. scooped up. Noah the screen. Here's Selmans, and he can't stop the run.
When you settle for that kind of shot, that's a wasted possession. That is not a high percentage look.
The handoff to Hansbrough. From about 16, no luck. So the Bulls will take it the other way.
The defense couldn't close out on the mid-range J, and the shooter made them pay.
Rose, good.
Good execution on the break leads to the nice bucket.
Now Dunleavy. 1:35 left in the game. To Watson. Leads him in. Here's Hansbrough. Watson with the nice speed.
He's got a sky-high field goal percentage, and that's because he's been working to get good looks.
The Bulls will call a full timeout. They trail by 8. 1:21 left in the fourth. Rose with the ball. 8 points for him. The jump hook for Hibbert. Hits the quick shot. And they cut it to 6.
Well, he's playing a well-rounded game, and he's really helped them in a number of ways.
Seconds to shoot. Granger. Hansbrough. Nailed it with just a little time left on the shot clock. He's got 21.
He's not normally a prolific scorer, but he's given them a big lift in this one.
Here's Dang. Throws up on top. 6 seconds to shoot. Here's Rose. And the rebound goes to Danny Granger. And here we go with Danny Granger. 8-point game.
Right on the verge of victory now. They don't need much more than to just take care of the basketball.
Here comes Rose.
Less than a minute remaining now. Looks like this one's all but done, Kev.
Here's Rose. Kept alive. Noah missed. Hibbert has picked up his first foul of the game.
Contact certainly altered that shot. The official was right on top of it.
Can't sink the first. Sinks the second, and that brings them within 10. Here's Hibbert. Here's Hansbrough. It's off. The Pacers walk away with a double-digit victory as they defeat the Bulls 44-34. Tyler Hansbrough is the Jordan Brand player of the game, and he was spectacular.
Yeah, he kept the throttle down, Kevin. He didn't let up. He put forth tremendous effort, scoring over half his team's total points.
Well, that'll do it on behalf of Clark Kellogg, Cheryl Miller, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew.